Welcome back to the show, everybody. Take a look at these numbers while we run the headlines here. We got them for you. It's Apex Developer Conference for the XRP Ledger. We're here, and it's amazing. I'm going to fill you in. New XRP payment solution. We're going to talk about India's finance minister is urging the IMF. We'll tell you about what. And Michael S. Barr, former Ripple advisor, VP, Federal Board of Governor, is speaking out about crypto and stablecoins. We got it all for you. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for all the latest stuff on crypto, Ripple, XRP. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a $1,017 billion market cap for crypto. Download that Coin Paprika app. Shout out to them for all the news and numbers. 19,100 plus for Bitcoin, 1,600 plus for Ethereum. Right now, XRP holding the number 7 spot at 33 cents. If you haven't done it yet, go check out Link to Private Investing Made Simple, ladies and gentlemen. Not only do they have top sellers like Ripple, Uphold, and Link to themselves, but they just added Cerebras and all the other incredible products there. Don't mess around. They are doing incredible pricing, incredible minimums, things of that nature. If you're a member, click the link. If you're not a member, click the link. If you don't know if you're accredited, click the link underneath the video. Take a look at this. We're at Apex, ladies and gentlemen. And I tell you, it was so great, and it will be great again today, to meet some of the real people that make the XRP ledger shine. And I tell you, I was just blown away by the energy of everybody I met, not only in the pictures here. Shout out to Craig DeWitt, formerly of Ripple, now at his own company, Super Mojo. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. What he is going to be doing with that, I think, is going to be absolutely massive. He is going to front face the NFT world. So you can just go in with a credit card. You'd be like, I don't know anything about how to get an NFT, but I want that one. Well, Craig's business and his company that he's building is going to take out the pain of all of that. And I tell you, watch out. That is going to be massive. What a great conversation with him. And Matt Hamilton, amazing XRP ledger developer. And I tell you, this guy, so humble, so cool. Matt, it was so great to speak with you. And, again, to meet people who are really working to make the XRP ledger great. I'm just proud to be able to, talk to these people, shake their hand. Emi Yoshikawa was another one who was there. And I mean, just incredible energy, Emi. It was so great to meet you as well. We will keep you up to date with more information as it comes out. As it was, this is a piece of information that came out. I was stuck in flights and plane debacles. I had to deplane. God bless this guy. We got on the second plane to finally get here. And the gentleman stood up, and I hope that he's still okay. He was by the time we got to where we were going, but he passed out, hit his head on one of the aisle chairs. I mean, it was crazy. So I hope that guy's okay. But what a day it was yesterday. We finally got here. But I tell you, this new XRP payment solution, although I wasn't able to be in the room to hear it, basically here, We'd Say Wen tells it what it is here. He said he didn't just build a pay with XRP integration. What he's done is pathfinding pay with anything to deliver what the store owner wants to receive. Refunds, and we'll show you how. And I think that's pretty interesting because now it's not just about if the merchant accepts crypto, which usually in today's meaning is that, oh yeah, we accept Bitcoin, but they don't take it per se. What they do is they have a way for you to do the conversion by using your Bitcoin to pay them in the dollars that they want. Now we're talking about being able to give that merchant exactly what they want. And maybe they want the Bitcoin, maybe they want XRP, right? Or maybe they want some other crypto asset. It's very exciting, and the energy out here is remarkable. Shout out to Quad Jax from Casino Coin. I ran into him yesterday. Shout out to Kaj, I think it is. And oh my gosh, is it Matt? He's from Wyoming. You know who you are. You're amazing. It was so great to speak with all of you. And I met so many wonderful, wonderful people that were just incredible. I'm going to name a few of them very quickly. Shout out to Brandon, Christopher, Aaron, TJ, Steve, Steven, Patrick, Ryan, Face, Xbot, XRP Bags, and Bradley Martin from Liquid Acre. Ripple ODL partner to facilitate cross-border remittances from Canada to Mexico in a new partnership. Look, this is exciting because it just keeps getting bigger, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching all this, and I know a lot of naysayers are like, yeah, but the price doesn't go up. Okay, I get it. But what I see is more utility and more liquidity really filling up the pool as we need it. And ODL, cryptocurrency exchange Bitso, has partnered with AfriChange or AfriChange, however you want to say it, to facilitate cross-border settlements between Mexico and Canada. It said they have successfully processed cross-border payments worth $70 million from Canada to Nigeria. The AfriChange seeking to expand its services to Mexico, the company partnered with Bitso, thus allowing remittance to be sent from Canada to Mexico. It just keeps getting bigger, and it talks about right here, AfriChange said a total of $146 million had been sent to Mexico from Canada as of 2022. That ain't over yet. So just more functionality and use case happening in the payments world. And that's going to become very important in just a moment here when we get to the news. India's Reserve Bank of India has asked 4 state-run banks to test its central bank digital currency, ladies and gentlemen, due for launch this financial year. How about that? Give Michael Branch a follow. He's so amazing. Ripple may soon unveil positive developments in central bank digital currency CBDC projects. This was hinted by Ripple CBDC advisor Anthony Welfare. And we will really, really be sitting on the edge of our seat waiting for those announcements. Now, the Indian finance minister is urging Kristalina Georgieva, the managing director of the IMF, to lead crypto regulation, and that's on a global level. Well, let me tell you, that made me think of where we are today. And we have some news, so don't go anywhere. I put together a clip for you to remind you of exactly what the Indian finance minister is really doing. And you're going to hear from Kristalina Georgieva. You're going to hear from Jerome Powell on global stablecoins. You're going to hear from Caroline Pham from the CFTC. And all of this information is recent. Take a listen to this and think about the idea that the Indian finance minister is urging Kristalina Georgieva to push forward to help with crypto regulations. And how do you do that? By bringing in a value protocol that is a public good. Take a listen.
Monetary policy in a country, or as it is the case in the Eurozone, within the Eurozone, is defined by the central bank, the Fed, the European Central Bank. And this monetary policy applies to the territory, the jurisdiction. How could central bank digital currency cross borders and go into another jurisdiction? Would that create a risk of currency substitution? So everybody says, I want ECB's CBDC. I want the euro. And these are unresolved issues, but it doesn't mean they cannot be resolved. This is why, from the fund, we are advocating to think about this world of digital money as a global public good. And in a recent discussion in Zurich, where we both were, what we advocated for is to have a public platform. So when protocols are agreed, this public platform can connect different CBDCs. There can be interoperability, the same way you would transfer euros from one country to another. You do it using CBDCs.
Where XRP could come into play potentially is when you're looking at cross-border CBDCs. So when you have a digital dollar and you have a digital, real, or digital pound, you obviously need to have some way to interact cross-border. So I think the BIS call this a multi-CBDC model. One of the ideas is you use a sort of a neutral bridge currency to go from one to the other, similar to the model I explained earlier, with our on-demand liquidity. But the core offering really is not XRP. There's no XRP involved. It's the native token is the CBDC.
The potentially fast and wide adoption of a global stablecoin, potentially a global currency governed only by the incentives of a private company, is something that will deserve and will receive the highest level of regulatory expectations. And is regulation where it needs to be on global stablecoins yet? It's not, but we're making progress.
I think there are also concerns about what does it mean, again, from a geopolitical perspective, if should another currency arise as the world's reserve currency, or if there's a non-state currency, so to speak, that becomes a world's reserve. That's another thing that I think people are very concerned about.
Looking forward, rapid changes are taking place in the global monetary system that may affect the international role of the dollar in the future. Looking forward, rapid changes are taking place in the global monetary system that may affect the international role of the dollar in the future.
And that's where we are. And you know what? We got more evidence of where we are. U.S. Fed Vice Chair Michael Barr, former Ripple advisor, favors hard line on crypto. And so does the OCC acting head. This really, I believe, is a moment where what we're really seeing here, remember, there's a difference between crypto and stablecoins, payment tokens. And I think this is the moment we're in. And this is why I say, and certainly believe at this point, until I see something else, what we're looking at here, I believe, is the precipice of having stablecoin legislation, which will be very, very defining between payment token stablecoins and a crypto like Bitcoin and Ethereum as it is looked at today, right? And I think it could be just as important as the Telecommunications Act in 1996 was for the internet. Now, what was said here is important. I believe Congress should work expeditiously to pass much-needed legislation to bring stablecoins, particularly those designed to serve as a means of payment, inside the prudential regulatory parameter. That's Michael S. Barr saying that. The same guy, by the way, who also was an architect to the Dodd-Frank Act that gave us systemically important designations that I've been going on about for over 2 years. The same guy who says we need a heightened prudential, and Lordy knows that's exactly what it says in FSOC's writing about systemically important designation on the U.S. Treasury website. Where they go with this, I don't know. Where XRP ends up in this, we have speculated all kinds of outcomes. I don't know. But I tell you this, right or wrong, I'm excited to find out. And I think we're getting closer than we ever have before in doing exactly that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Check out all the links underneath the video. They're great products and services I use each and every day. But you got to click the links to get them. I'll catch all of you on the next one.